There are no accidents in the universe. The fact that you are here, watching this very video, is proof that something deep within you is awakening. A shift has begun, not just in your mind, but in the very fabric of your being. You can feel it, can't you? That sense that reality is not what it seems, that there is more, something vast, something hidden, waiting just beyond the veil. If you've ever felt that the world around you is an illusion, that the life you've been living is only a fraction of what you were meant to experience, then type, "I am ready to awaken" in the comments. Because this is not just another video. This is a message meant for you, a signal, a calling. And if you are here, it means your consciousness has already begun its transformation. But before we go any further, take a moment and like this video. Not for me, but for yourself. Because the moment you do, you send a signal to the universe that you are open to receiving the truth. That you are ready for the knowledge that has been hidden for centuries. There exists an ancient secret so powerful that it has been deliberately buried, distorted, and dismissed for thousands of years. A secret that has been whispered in temples, encoded in sacred texts, and hidden in plain sight. It is not just knowledge, it is a key that unlocks the next level of your consciousness, revealing a world beyond what your eyes can see. You've felt the pull, haven't you? The strange synchronicities, the dreams that feel more real than waking life. The moments when time itself seems to pause, as if reality is showing you a glimpse of something deeper. These are not coincidences, they are signs, indicators that you are beginning to step beyond the limits of ordinary perception. What you are about to hear is not for everyone. Most people will dismiss it, they will resist it, because to understand this secret is to awaken, and not everyone is ready for that. But you are different. You wouldn't be here otherwise. Something inside you is stirring. A memory, long buried, is beginning to resurface. The truth is reaching for you. And once you see it, nothing will ever be the same again. This secret has been known for millennia, passed down through whispers in the dark corners of history. It was protected by ancient mystics, hidden in cryptic texts, and veiled in allegories so that only those who were ready could grasp its meaning. The great civilizations of the past, Egypt, Sumer, India, Tibet, and Greece, understood it. They built temples not just of stone, but of knowledge. Their initiates were trained to see beyond the illusion of the material world. The ancient Egyptians called it the Ba and Ka, the two aspects of the soul. The Hindus encoded it in the Upanishads, referring to the Atman, the eternal self beyond the mind. The Gnostics whispered of the divine spark, trapped in the illusion of the physical world. And the Hermeticists, following the teachings of Thoth, or Hermes Trismegistus, inscribed it in the Emerald Tablet. As above, so below. As within, so without. What all these traditions hinted at is the same timeless truth. You are not merely a body. You are not even just a mind. You are consciousness itself, vast, infinite, and eternal. But this is where the illusion begins. Because from the moment you were born, you were taught to see yourself as separate, small, limited. You were given an identity, a name, a nationality, a role to play in society, and in doing so, you forgot your true nature. This forgetting was not an accident. It was engineered. Throughout history, powerful institutions, whether religious, political, or scientific, have sought to control this knowledge. Why? Because a fully awakened being is uncontrollable. A person who remembers who they are cannot be manipulated by fear, by external authority, or by the illusions of this world. The ancient mystery schools understood this. They didn't just teach knowledge, they initiated transformation. Their students were guided through trials, forced to face their deepest fears, stripped of their false identities. Only when they had shattered the illusion of self could they finally step into the greater reality, the reality that has always been there, just beyond the veil of perception. Now, modern science is beginning to confirm what the ancients already knew. Quantum physics tells us that reality is not solid. It is energy, shaped by consciousness. Neuroscience suggests that the mind is not the source of awareness, but rather a receiver of it. Mystics have said this for thousands of years. The world is a dream, and you are the dreamer. But if this is true, then the question is, what happens when you wake up? Imagine you have spent your entire life inside a grand, magnificent dream. Everything you see, touch, and feel seems real. You experience joy, pain, love, and loss, all within this dream. But then, one day, something strange happens. You notice a crack in the illusion, a moment of clarity, a whisper from somewhere beyond the dream. You begin to wonder, is this all there is? What exists beyond what my senses perceive? This is the first sign of awakening. It starts as an unease, a quiet knowing that the world is not as it seems. You begin questioning reality itself, not just society, not just history, but the very fabric of existence. You start seeing the patterns, the synchronicities, the moments of déjà vu, the eerie feeling that something or someone is trying to show you the truth. And then it happens. Your consciousness leaps. This shift is not just intellectual, it is existential. The way you perceive reality begins to change. The things that once seemed important, money, status, power, begin to lose their grip on you. Instead, you crave something deeper, something real. But what exactly is happening? The answer lies in what the ancients called the veil of Maya, the great illusion. For centuries, mystics and philosophers have spoken of a force that keeps humanity trapped in a false perception of reality. The Buddhists call it samsara, the endless cycle of illusion. The Gnostics referred to it as the demiurge's deception, a force that keeps souls imprisoned in a fabricated world. Modern thinkers have likened it to the Matrix, a construct designed to keep you asleep, unaware of your true power. This illusion operates in a simple yet profound way. It convinces you that you are merely a human, living a linear life, bound by time, cause, and effect. But in reality, you are consciousness itself, timeless, infinite, boundless. Your body is not you. Your thoughts are not you. Even your emotions are passing waves upon the ocean of your true self. And here's the part they don't want you to know. The moment you realize this, truly realize it, you gain the ability to reshape your reality. Because if reality is a dream, then who is the dreamer? This is where your consciousness leap begins. At first, it feels subtle. You start noticing how your thoughts shape your experiences. You see how your emotions influence the world around you. But then, something bigger happens. You begin to see through the constructs of the world itself. You realize that society's rules, limitations, and fears are all part of the illusion. That the only real limits are the ones you accept. This is why the ancient mystery schools never revealed their secrets to the uninitiated. Because once you see the truth, you cannot unsee it. And once you understand your power, you must decide. Will you embrace it, or will you turn back? The choice is yours. But know this. If you've made it this far, something within you has already chosen. You are remembering who you are. The only question left is, what will you do with this knowledge? The moment you begin to see through the illusion, a shift occurs, not just in your mind, but in your very existence. Reality no longer feels fixed. Time seems to bend. You start experiencing synchronicities that are too precise to be coincidences. You think of someone, and they call you. You envision an event, and it unfolds before your eyes. At first, you might dismiss these moments, but deep down, you know something is changing. What you are experiencing is the activation of higher consciousness. The ancients knew about this, but modern society has buried it under distractions, fear, and materialism. They called it by many names: Kundalini, awakening, Christ consciousness, the opening of the third eye. But at its core, it is the same truth. You are stepping beyond the illusion and reclaiming your power as a creator of reality. This is not philosophy. It is not metaphor. It is the fundamental nature of existence. Modern quantum physics now hints at what mystics have known for millennia, that the observer shapes reality. The famous double-slit experiment proved that particles behave differently when they are observed. In other words, consciousness is not just a passive witness. It is an active force, shaping the universe itself. And if that is true, then think about what it means for your life. If reality bends according to perception, then what happens when you change the way you see? This is where the hidden knowledge becomes dangerous. Dangerous to those who want to keep humanity asleep. Because if you were taught from birth that you are a powerful being capable of shaping your destiny, then you would never submit to fear, control, or limitation. This is why the truth was buried beneath layers of dogma and distortion. The Hermeticists encoded this in the phrase, "the all is mind," meaning everything you see, touch, and experience is first created in the mind. The Tibetan Buddhists call this the dream of samsara, a projection of consciousness that fools the unawakened into believing in separation. Even in Christianity, Jesus spoke in parables, saying, "The kingdom of God is within you." But what does this actually mean? It means that the world you see outside of you is a reflection of the world within you. If you live in fear, you will see a world full of danger. If you live in lack, you will experience scarcity. But if you shift, if you step into the knowing that you are more than the illusion, then the illusion itself begins to change. The secret is not to fight the dream. It is to wake up within it. This is what the mystics, sages, and enlightened ones throughout history have done. They did not escape reality. They transcended it. They walked among ordinary people, yet saw through the illusion. They lived in the same world, yet experienced a higher truth. And now, you are being given the same choice. Will you continue seeing yourself as just a body, just a mind, just a fleeting moment in time? Or will you embrace what you are truly meant to become? The leap has already begun. You would not be here otherwise. The only thing left to do is step fully into the awakening. But how? How do you apply this knowledge in your daily life? How do you take this awareness and turn it into transformation? Awakening is not just an idea. It is an experience. A shift in how you move through the world, how you think, how you perceive. It is not about learning new information, but about unlearning the false limitations placed upon you. And now, the question arises, what do you do with this knowledge? How do you take this awareness and turn it into something tangible, something real? The first step is mastering your perception. If reality is a reflection of your mind, then your mind must become clear, focused, and unshakable. Start by observing your thoughts, not controlling them, just observing. Notice the patterns, the beliefs that arise. Are they empowering or are they reinforcing the illusion? The more you become aware of them, the more you detach from their control. This is the foundation of waking up within the dream. One of the most powerful techniques for shifting consciousness is conscious breath work. The breath is the bridge between the conscious and the unconscious, between the physical and the spiritual. Try this. Close your eyes, take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine letting go of the illusion. Do this for several minutes each day, and you will begin to feel something profound. A presence, an energy, a deeper awareness stirring within you. Next, cultivate lucid awareness in your waking life. The ancient mystics practiced what we now call mindfulness, not as a trend, but as a key to enlightenment. Throughout your day, pause and ask yourself, am I awake? Look at your surroundings as if seeing them for the first time. Feel the weight of your body, the rhythm of your breath. This practice dissolves the trance of daily routine and allows you to perceive reality as it truly is. Fluid, alive, responsive to your consciousness. But awareness alone is not enough. You must also align your actions with this higher state of being. Every choice you make either strengthens the illusion or breaks it apart. Begin to act from your higher self, not from fear or limitation. If you feel resistance, ask yourself, is this choice coming from truth or from conditioning? Another essential practice is visualization and intention setting. This is not mere wishful thinking. It is the direct application of the principle that mind shapes matter. Before you sleep at night, visualize the version of yourself who has fully awakened. See it, feel it, step into it. And then, as you wake each morning, remind yourself, I am consciousness experiencing itself. I am not bound by limitations. This repetition rewires the subconscious, dissolving the layers of conditioning that have kept you small. But there is one more thing, something few ever talk about. The test. When you begin to wake up, reality will test you. Old fears may resurface, obstacles may arise. This is not the universe working against you. This is the illusion fighting to keep itself alive. When this happens, do not fall back asleep. Recognize it for what it is, a final challenge before the leap. Stand firm. Hold your awareness. Walk through the fire, knowing that beyond it lies true freedom. And now, you have a choice. You can take this knowledge and let it fade, let it become just another interesting idea. Or you can act. You can commit right now to stepping beyond the illusion and into the power of your awakened self. The path has been revealed. The signs have led you here. The only question left is, will you take the next step? Something inside you has already shifted. You can feel it, can't you? It's subtle, yet undeniable. Like a door that has been left slightly ajar, revealing a glimpse of something beyond. You now understand that reality is not as rigid as you once believed. That the limits placed upon you were never real to begin with. That you are far more than you ever imagined. But knowledge alone is not enough. Many hear the truth and dismiss it, retreating back into the comfort of the illusion. The world will try to pull you back, into old patterns, old fears, old ways of seeing. But once you have glimpsed the truth, there is no going back. The only path is forward. So I ask you, what will you do with this awakening? Will you let it fade into just another passing thought? Or will you embrace it, embody it, and step fully into your power? The choice has always been yours. If you are ready to move beyond the illusion, type "I choose to awaken" in the comments. This is not just a declaration, it is a signal. A sign to yourself and to the universe that you are ready to take the next step. And if this message resonated with you, like this video, not just as an action, but as an intention. an intention to expand, to grow, to unlock the hidden truths that have been waiting for you all along. This journey is only beginning. There is so much more to uncover, so much more to remember. But the most important realization of all is this: you were never lost, you were never separate, you were always the one you were seeking, and now it is time to wake up.